Welcome to Create and Narrate Storytelling and Story Writing Workshop. Storytelling is a new trend these days, isn't it? Definitely. But still, we harbor a few misconceptions regarding stories. Let's address them one by one. So, firstly, whenever we hear the word stories, we tend to associate it with children or kids. We think that only kids are allured and attracted towards stories, while the truth is the opposite. We, as adults, consume stories more than kids. And you may ask, how? Well, we consume stories in the form of fiction, web series, films, news, religion, politics, home affairs, and the list goes on and on. While we are the largest consumers, we tend to forget the importance of stories in our already existing lifestyle. We tend to undermine the power of stories.
Secondly, we think stories are fiction. We have to cook it up as part of a figment of our imagination. Not necessarily so. I think it is actually the true life incidents and stories of what happened to people, which are very, very inspiring and motivating. So was it not the power of storytelling that made Krishna Deva Raya as the emperor, Sri Krishna Deva Raya? Did it not make Mohandas Karamchand, Mahatma Gandhi, the father of our nation? Was it not the power of storytelling that made Shivaji as Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj? And was it not storytelling that made Naren into Swami Vivekananda? Coming to sports, our own god of cricket, Sachin Tendulkar, and the Midas touch, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, or our own Mahi, or the wall, Rahul Dravid, and the flying Sikh, Milkha Singh, or the queen of track and field, P.T. Usha, and recently our Olympic gold medalist, Neeraj Chopra. Their stories are so fascinating and inspiring and connect with us at a very deep emotional level, is it not? As a coach, we don't have to cook up imaginary stories. In fact, most of the stories that happen in our own lives and in our clients' lives, they are much more fascinating. So instead of just downloading stories from the internet or using some fables, we can look at our own life incidences. What were the conversations? What did we discuss with our colleagues, with our clients, with our family members? These are the things that are going to make stories compelling, interesting, and attractive. And that is what is going to make our clients believe in that they also can make choices that can improve their lives. So, don't you think that as coaches, that is all that we need to do?
Coming to the third point, all of us think that stories are just a form of entertainment. And I partially agree with this statement, as I think that stories are the storehouse of wisdom disguised in the form of entertainment. With that, let's ponder over a question. How many of us remember the Pythagoras theorem or the Archimedes principle? Very few of us, I'm sure, and that too not in the minutest of the details. On the other hand, how many of us recall the story of the thirsty crow and the hare and the tortoise? I'm sure all of us, and along with the moral of the story. Do you know why we remember these stories? These stories connected to us on a deeper and an emotional level. They created memories which were embedded deeply in our psyches. So stories are created from the hardships and the problems which we have encountered in our life. How we manage to overcome with the hard decisions, hard hardcore strength in us, the grit and determination. All we need to do is to unravel these hidden treasures that were there in our life and turn them into a form of stories to inspire and motivate others. So as a coach, you are the hero of your life and you are the character of your own stories. So in this platform of Create and Narrate, I, Coach Manvinder, will help you create your own story, and Coach Muthu will give you tips to narrate this story in a captivating manner. Welcome aboard.